everybody. I'm your host, Bryce Dolan, and this is the Top Human Rights Organization Review. And with President Trump's recent enforcement on immigration laws, there are thousands of undocumented immigrants who have been living legally in the United States for years, now living in fear that they are facing possible deportation. Now, according to Human Rights Watch, approximately 750,000 people have benefited from DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, a program created by the Obama administration for some undocumented immigrants who came into the United States as children. Now, the DACA has enabled individuals to work legally and pursue an education for a 2-year period. But to do so, they had to register with the federal government. Now, there have been several cases lately that have made members or individuals protected by the DACA nervous that they could be possibly deported. One case specifically, Mr. David Ramirez Medina was arrested in Seattle, Washington, and allegedly is a self-acknowledged gang member affiliate. Now, Mr. Medina and his lawyer deny that he is a gang member and say that ICE agents actually pressured him into admitting that he was affiliated with a gang. So ladies and gentlemen, this is just one case, and if this turns out to be true that these ICE agents did pressure him into admitting he was affiliated with a gang, if they could somehow prove that, that would just throw this whole thing into a mess. What else are these ICE agents doing illegally that they're not supposed to? Now, another case, there is a woman, a mother of 4, living in a church in Denver, Colorado, hoping that she can use the church as a place of sanctuary so ICE agents don't come and deport her. Because she's afraid, even though she's been living legally here in the United States, she's afraid now with the recent enforcement on immigration laws, since she's still undocumented, that she's going to be deported back to Mexico. Now, she does have a felony charge, but she acquired that felony charge. We've covered this in another video through an illegal actions by the sheriff department when they raided her workplace and racially profiled individuals and charged them with identity theft because they had fake documents. Now, like I said, we covered that before. If you want to look that video up, we talked about it, so we're not going to get into that. But the fact is about this video, what we're talking about today is that there are thousands of people now living in fear that they're facing deportation, and we've seen it before with the Obama administration when they started enforcing immigration laws, and people started fearing law enforcement more than they were criminals. So if people were involved in crimes or victims of crimes, they were less likely to contact law enforcement if they were an undocumented immigrant because they were afraid that they would be deported because law enforcement would find out they were undocumented. Now, we've seen it happen, and in 2012, the Obama administration stopped deporting people, but now we're back at it again. We can only hope that the Trump administration can see what the Obama administration did wrong when they enforced immigration law, and hopefully will repeal this enforcement on immigration so people can stop living in fear and start feeling a little bit more comfortable and safe here in the United States rather than living on the edge facing possible deportation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to look at the article we talked about today on the Human Rights Watch website, there's quotes in the article from people here in the United States facing this horrible situation. You can find this article by clicking on the link I've provided for you below in the description, and I encourage you to do so. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, that way you can get notified every time a new video is posted. Give our Facebook pages a like and follow us on Twitter. But that does it for your Top Human Rights Organization Review. I was your host, Bryce Dolan.